Haters is your marketing team. Let them work. Let me explain something to you. You know what haters do? They tell the world about you. They're free marketing. And what they do, if you really the shit out here and you ain't playing no games, and I'm talking about you kicking ass out here, when a hater tells somebody about you and they go look you up and do something, you got new supporters. They introduce new people to you because they always talking about you. So they don't even matter. Like he said, boos do not block no shots. Yelling and hecting do not block no shots. They're gonna have you leaving the game telling somebody how you hate me so much or whatever's going on. Cool. To me, this is what we gotta understand. Everything you want is out here. See, to me, the world is one big library and everybody's a book. You got books on coding. You got books on mechanics. You got books on culinary. You got comic books. You got street novels. You got crime manuals. Read your books wisely. Choose them wisely. Watch what books you read. But every human being on here got a journey. And they know something that you might don't know. So it's like everything is out here. But what made it even more possible is that world that's a library, I got it in my pocket in the phone. You got to reevaluate yourself and you got to have a real conversation with self. Everything is in here. Everything you need to know is inside of you. And you got to get to know you. Sometimes you got to remove yourself from people, places, and things that's not going to allow you to embrace the reality and your individualism of who you are. And that's what's important. That's the most important ever. And it's already in you. People tell me, why is you asking me? You know your journey. You know what's holding you back. You know the horrors of your life. You know the joys of your life. You know who your parents was, the house you grew up in. What affected you? Whereas though you feel as though you stopped growing, you stopped living, you stopped dreaming. What moment? When was that? Go back and deal with that. Figure it out. You know what I mean? If you need a therapist, do that. Whatever. But you got to have a conversation with self about the reality of your journey. And once you connect with that, it's a wrap.
All things you put in your mind of why you can't win or why you can't do this. Oh, they racist. Oh, this. Oh, they hating. That's all bullshit. Make it happen. Let me tell you something. Every key to every closed door on this planet is right here in your mind. All you got to do is believe in yourself and stop BSing. Stop making excuses.
I don't have time. Time is not waiting for me. Time is not my friend. Time don't like nobody. Time hate all of us. Time is trying to stay away from us. You think I'm gonna waste the rest of the time that I got to be operating out here, crying and complaining, blaming somebody? No. You know how much time and energy people spend? The average person, and I'm just doing a ballpark figure, they spend years and years, maybe a decade complaining and whining, and still nothing changed. I could be using that time to change my life. I could be using that time to embrace the reality of life and the reality of the shit that I've done to put myself. I paid for my ticket. I got on the train. It was many stops that came. I didn't get off at them stops. I went to the final destination of the bullshit that I was living in. I enjoyed being that. I was married to the streets of Philadelphia. I enjoyed that dumb shit. So I had to, I went through the process of that dumb shit. I grew up. I evolved from that. Now it's time to live. Now it's time to just be out here on a journey through life, experiencing new things, new ideas, exposure. And that's what I realized. A lot of us don't expose ourselves to new things, new ideas. We're not open to different, open to change. And that's what helped me. I became open to all this shit. And so I'm like, okay, damn, that's different. Let me try that. Damn, let me jump out of a plane. Damn, let me do this. Like some real shit. And and like while I'm here, I'm living this shit out. Because I'm going to tell you some real time, when I die, it's going to be a party in that graveyard because my tombstone is going to be playing music and bouncing all around the graveyard. I'm not going to be laying dead because that dash that's between the year I was born and the year I die, that is going to be breakdancing off that tombstone because I'm leaving all that here. I'm leaving it here. So it's like, why the should I complain?
I heard you say once that you only die once, but you live every day.
I live every day. You see what I'm saying? You think about that. That day that you die once. See, a lot of times people put living as just one big thing. It's not no one big thing. It's things, it's days. Every day you doing something different. Think about this. 50 something months ago, I was sitting in a cell, waiting to go to trial, standing for count. Now I'm in the Hollywood Hills with you. Think about that. I walk right out of here and I look at the whole LA. I can see every tired part of LA. Every movie I ever seen, everything I ever seen is right down in there. Think about this, man. I'm out here doing what I want to do. Go from prison to closing multi-million-dollar deals and speaking all over come on, man. You know why? Because I wasn't going to be a victim of self. See, a lot of people be victim of self. This victimization, this self-victimization. Oh, why me? Oh, this is happening. Why this is doing to me? Oh, I'm black. Oh, I'm this. I live in the ghetto. I'm from deep in the ghetto. I come from the ghetto, Tom. But I'm out here making shit happen, and I got to show these young kids in the inner cities of America, or kids, period, not just the kids, but I focus mainly on them because they're still sponge, they're still impressionable, they're still trying to figure out life. And like a lot of times adults, they be locked in already on what they want to do. They just know how to disguise the bullshit that they claim that they want to let go of. They just know how to put a different uniform on it. Kids, they're growing up, they're impressionable, and their imagination is everything. And that's something that's very important in my journey, my imagination.
Now, prison breaks most of the people that it touches.
Yes.
But the people that survive, again, the same thing, never going back. They build up this energy, and that escape velocity is crazy. Part of the reason when I first started researching you, I was like, okay, he got a 20-year sentence, but there's no way he did 20 years. And the reason I couldn't reconcile it in my mind that you'd actually served 20 years is you were so positive, energetic, enthusiastic, focused on all the things you were going to make happen. There was no sense of loss or mourning. It was just like, at 20 years. A long time, man.
No, but see, you got to understand this. I wasn't in jail, I was in Yale. I wasn't in prison, I was in Princeton. I wasn't in the state pen, I was in Penn State.
How the do you think like that?
Because you know why? I took the time and I say, okay, this is time for me to, educate myself. And one of my homies said, man, wow, are you the happiest motherfucker in jail? I said, yo, man, I know why I'm here. Like, I'm not here, I'm not innocent. Sorry to anybody else. I know why I'm here. I know what got done. I know why I'm here, but I'm not gonna be mad. I listen, I can see the end of this shit. I'm looking at the end, I'm chasing the end of the tunnel. And when I get there, I'm gonna be on point. So it was like, but when we talk about imagination, let me tell you something. As a kid, your imagination would be endless. Oh, I wanna fly. I wanna do this. I'm talking about unbelievable imagination. Imagination is destroyed by family members, others. People kill ideas. You got idea killers out here. A lot of times these kids, they can't grow into what they want to grow in because they live in environments where their ideas is beat up, and whereas though they got to suffocate their ideas, and somehow they kill their ideas and they bury their ideas because they don't want to get laughed at or they're ashamed of it. So by me going to prison from 17 to 37, will, experience life, lived experience, life will destroy your imagination. By me going to prison, what it did is, it froze the imagination that I had. So when I'm in prison the whole time, I'm not living the life that most people be living and beating them down and wearing them down. becoming jaded and getting their ass kicked by life. So when I come out 37, I'm still in there reading all type of shit. And then when it was 2013, I got my hands on an iPod Touch and a wireless hotspot in jail. And when I got that shit, I came alive. That's when I came alive, when I seen technology.
You can see the potential?
I seen the potential and I realized, okay, these people don't understand what's going on. I realized the stars.
They couldn't see what you see.
No, humans, I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the people from my environment. I'm like, yo, okay. When did your dreams die? What happened in your life where you just stop and it snatched something out of you and you just start going into a different place? You start eating a bunch of shit now. Laying there, I don't want to live, all this dumb shit. When did that happen? When did your dream, cause you know, out here, a lot of times, you got idea killers out here. And sometimes the idea killers and the dream killers be yourself. It don't be nobody else. See, nobody can make you do something. Nobody. If they don't have no gun to you and no shit like that, you're only doing this because you want to do it. You know what I mean? So you got to figure out, you can have ideas, you can listen to me, you can listen to this person, that person, but at the end of the day, you got to listen to self. Because you got to get up and figure it out every day while you're here. And you can't waste your time. If you waste your time, you're in trouble. Because guess what? I'm not wasting mine. I love the idea of taking a piece of paper, sitting down in a notebook, writing something down and saying, I'm gonna start this. I love to create new shit.